Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I wanted to do a video really honing in on the topic of lip oils. Lip oils from the drugstore, many of them have the word tinted in the name, but how tinted are they? How colorful are they? Do they feel greasy and slimy on the lips? Do they feel legitimately moisturizing? I thought at first I'd just talk about the ones I like, but then I thought, no, let's actually talk about all of them so you kind of know where I stand on different ones. Some of these I really like, but I wanted to give you the info because it's very hard to know what you're actually going to come out with. You could have one of those kind of transparent looking ones where you're thinking, what is this actually going to look like on my lips? And some of them might look like nothing. Some might show a ton of red or a lot of pink. So hopefully you find this information helpful as we really sort out these drugstore tinted lip oils. The first one I want to mention here, I really am liking this one, but it's definitely unique compared to the others. It's from Catrice. It's called Tinted Lip Oil Gloss and Glow. I just have this one and the shade is called Keep It Juicy. This one is going to transform on your lips. So it looks in the tube just like a sheer pink. You might think maybe that'll just come off clear on my lips, but once you put it on, you do get kind of a pink staining action happening. So I'll apply this and very quickly you're going to see some pink start to develop here. The gloss feels really thick. I was wearing this the other day and just noticed how I don't see the lines in my lips. You know, it's gonna give you that really thick, shiny look across. But can you see that pink really starting to develop? And the interesting thing is that it actually is staining your lips as well, a little bit. And it's a light pinky stain. I noticed at the end of the day when this wore off, I still had some pink remaining on my lips. I really like this one. Again, I think the texture is fantastic. It's rather thick. You don't feel like it's going to drift outside your lip line. It's going to offer you that gentle amount of color. And many of these products, if they feel too sheer for you, they're definitely nice layered on top of certain lip liners, other lipsticks. In this video, I just want you to be able to see the product on its own so you know what you're getting. But again, this is from Catrice, Tinted Lip Oil Gloss and Glow, and it is going to kind of transform to this beautiful, natural pink color on the lips. I think it's very pretty. Just blotting it off, do you see what's behind here? And that kind of intensifies, I think, the longer you wear it. This pinkiness that just stays behind on the lips and lingers. Moving on, let's talk about these from e.l.f. I know these have been really popular. It's called their Glow Reviver Lip Oils. I have two shades that seem to be pretty different from one another. And these, I feel, are just very, very sheer. They're not offering a lot of color to my lips. I've got this one called Red Delicious. It's looking like sheer red. You have that doe foot that looks a little bit, you know, tilted back. As I put this on, I'm seeing a very super barely there level of color. Okay, so you get this one, you're seeing the red in the tube. Plan for it to just look ultra soft, okay? If you're just looking for some added shine on top of your lip combo, I feel like that's what this gives. Now, it does feel hydrating. There's a good thickness, it's not sticky, it's not annoying feeling, but it's just not offering a lot, you know what I'm saying? Then this one is the shade called Honey Talks. It looks in the tube to be a bit more creamy, possibly a little more opaque, but in application, I don't know, I'm just not really seeing it that much. It amounts to a layering piece in my collection because it's just not showing much as a standalone gloss. And that might be fine for you, that might be what you're looking for. Don't take it as an all-out criticism as I say which ones are more colorful and which ones aren't, but you know, it's just very soft. You could tell maybe there's a little bit of nude creaminess in this one, but all in all, it's a very sheer shade. I just feel like both of these that I have aren't knocking my socks off, but the texture is nice. Managing to feel moisturizing without feeling too sticky. Now let's pop over to Wet n Wild. This is the brand that's really getting me right now. They are doing a great thing with these lip oils. They're just called lip oils, okay? They didn't even give us a flashy name. They're just lip oils. The first one I got turned out to be very sheer, and I'm like, okay, I still really like this because they feel amazing and the scent is just great. Top notch, just sweet. Sweet and sugary. This shade is called Cedar Rose, so let's pop that on. This is my most sheer, and it looks, yeah, sort of a transparent look in the tube. You might assume it would be sheer, and yeah, it's not offering much, okay? Operating on the level of those e.l.f. ones in terms of the amount of color turning out on your lips. So just know that. It's a really good feeling gloss. This Catrice, the e.l.f., the Wet n Wild, they all are managing to have this nice gel-like thickness. They're all called lip oils, but there's nothing oily and greasy about them. They feel like a moisturizing gel that's been applied to the lips, and you're not concerned about it drifting out. But that Cedar Rose shade, the sheerest of the sheer, but it's only up from there with the other shades I've tried. This one called Cocoa Rose, this is awesome, guys. I love what this is showing because I'm getting that nice scent, that nice texture, but look, I'm getting some actual color with this. This is more opaque. Not a full opaque, but I mean, we're getting to like 65% on the amount of color coming out of that. Look how pretty that is all on its own. Oh, I love it. Kind of earthy. Really enjoy that shade paired with a number of different lip liners, you know, just to give your lips a little more precision. But just standing alone, like that is evening out the color on the lips and actually offering something to the look. So I love Cocoa Rose. And then I decided, let's try one more of these. I got the shade called Heart Rate because this looked like a true red, and I thought, what is their true red gonna give me? Wet n Wild's red is not messing around. Look at this. Yep. It's pretty colorful. Let's get this all blended in. And I'm even trying to get like a minimal amount, you know, not over apply off of this doe foot. I'm using the tip of it so I don't get too much going here. But that is a shiny, for sure you're seeing it type of color, is it not? And it's just crazy how, like I was explaining at the start of the video, you could see two things on a shelf that look like this, and they can give you two completely different looks. This one barely showing color, and this one being nearly a fully opaque red. To me, that makes me extra interested in the Wet n Wild because I like to see that color pay off. But what's a little deceiving is, you know, you got a shade like Cedar Rose, which is essentially clear, and it's hard to know sometimes what you're gonna get out of them. So hopefully this video gives a little information. There's at least another, I don't know, 5 or 6 shades in that line that I don't know anything about. But also look what happens here with a blot. A pretty, just kind of leftover rosiness on the lips that's just so nice on its own. But now we must remove you. So as far as what I've talked about so far, we had Catrice, we had e.l.f., we have Wet n Wild. The Catrice is kind of in a conversation all its own because the color is transforming on your lips and it is leaving a little stain. I really like it. I give it a thumbs up. In e.l.f. versus Wet n Wild's taking it for me right now. I didn't talk a lot about the scent on these other ones, sorry. Catrice is just maybe a barely there fruitiness, but not real easy to distinguish. And then e.l.f.'s almost smell like they're trying to be minty, but they didn't quite get there with it. Next up, it's another line that I really enjoy. These are the Milani Fruit Fetish lip oils, and what they did with this line, they originally came out with some really fruity, like kind of transparent looking colors. I'm holding the Raspberry Peach right here. There's like a Cherry Limeade, a bunch of fruity shades, right? And then they came out with the Nudes collection. As a whole, I like those nude shades a lot better because, I mean, that's like the difference between Cedar Rose over here from Wet n Wild and then the Cocoa Rose. The Nudes collection follows that Cocoa Rose idea of having just a little more creamy color involved, whereas these are more of that transparent look that's just going to tint your lips a little bit. I have a few that came out in that original launch of this product, and the Raspberry Peach will show a little bit on my lips, and the scent on these, I would say these are right up there with Wet n Wild in terms of how much I enjoy the smells. Like, it's really intense, very fragrant, especially this Raspberry Peach, but I'm gonna pop this on just so you can see what I'm talking about here. It's a super duper sheer level of color. Like, I'm seeing a little bit, but I'm not seeing a lot. That's gonna be the overall tone with some of these pinky or kind of seemingly vibrant lip oils that originally came out from this line. They feel good. It's feeling ever so slightly thinner than the other ones I've described. But let me show you a couple of these that came out in that nudes range just to show you the difference. This Blackberry Agave. This is one of my favorites. Oh, the scent is just so good. You can really smell the berry in this. But see how I take a swipe across the lips? There's more creamy color. I don't know if on Ulta's website they even distinguish between the original launch of these and the more nude collection, but see, that's beautiful. I love that. I love that level of color coming out in this product. Buying something and thinking, If I want to wear it alone, I really am going to see it. I don't always have to use that as a layering piece. I think that shade is so beautiful, just kind of toasty caramely. I also like this one called Lychee Nectar, looking a little more pink in the tube, and yes, you're going to really see some color coming off here. Soft pink. This is kind of your lips, but better for me. But see how that's a more opaque color, not 100% opaque as like a liquid lipstick or a full-on cream lipstick, but you're getting so much more. And to me, there's just so much more satisfaction in that. So look for the shades like Blackberry, Agave, Lychee Nectar. There's another one called Cocoa Cacao, Honey Fig. Look to those shades from that line if you want to experience some real color coming out of the lip oils and you like something that does go more neutral nude. I really haven't talked about these in any particular order. I'm just kind of pulling them out of my bag. But from Hard Candy, they've got the Glosstopia products with the cute little balls on top. They call these lip repair oils. That's the first thing that launched, okay? And these are just a line of sheer, barely gonna see them on your lips products. It was almost a little bit disappointing to me. I wanted to see more out of the different colors on my lips. This one might appear to be the darkest or the most intense. It's called Deep Desire. I'll throw it on for you just to prove it, but she's basically clear. They're all just clear. Feeling like the thinnest yet, I would say. Still not to the point of like, oh, they're so greasy, they're just gonna slip off my lips and just go everywhere. No, but definitely thinner than everything else I've mentioned. So cute. I mean, for me, they're winning in the cuteness department, but those original shades are not showing. But then, what did they do? Let me dab this off. They put out a full line of these that actually show a lot of color, and they're calling those the Glosstopia Lip Slide Creamy Lip Oil. So these, I tried these on in a recent video, I believe all 4 of these colors. They were sent to me in PR. So we have a nude, a soft pink, a red, and a berry, and let me just show you, even with one of these lighter shades, like this soft pink, what is it called, Pink Play? These are a different animal. These have the same thinness, maybe even feeling a little bit thinner than the originals. But you see the color that's coming off? They're probably the most like straight up colorful. The other ones are like lip oils where varying amounts of color is being infused, and these feel more like you're putting on a regular lip gloss that's just really thin, hydrating feeling, but very pretty on the lips. I've enjoyed every shade of these, and I would definitely gravitate toward using these a lot more than just this type of product. These may as well be in my bathroom downstairs, and I'm just using them like a treatment in the evening time, you know, when I don't care about having any color on there. Let's pop on one of the deeper shades. Here's your berry, called Berry Bounce. Again, everybody's using a larger size doe foot. Many times it's tilted back a little bit. See, look at how much color, but a real thinness. I've not had problems with these drifting outside my lip line, but it almost feels like a product that would give you that. They're very thin, but doesn't go on streaky. Hard Candy did a good thing by putting these out. I just wish their original line would also show a little more color than they do. Last range I'm going to talk about in this video is from ColourPop, and they have these So Juicy Plumping Glossy Lip Oils. I'm holding here my top 3. I was sent several of these, and they do have one that has that kind of transparent look to it. Not a fan. It's not showing much at all on my lips. These 2 are creamier, and this one's just dark, and that's going to show a little bit more on your lips too. This is the line that's giving you the most feeling experience on your lips. A cooling vibe is happening. Do I feel like it's actually inflating my lips, plumping my lips up? Not really, but it's smoothing my lips out nicely. I like the look, the feel, and I like these particular colors. So this one called Beverly Drive. This looks super dark. This is going to be your, and this is the one that gives me a little resistance as I pull it out of the tube. Take it out carefully, but this is what's going to remind you a little bit of Mahogany from Dior. However, look what you get. You get way more color than you get out of Mahogany. She's still in that sheer, semi-transparent family, but a pretty amount of color for me. I like this. See what's going across, and then you just smooth that out. Smelling like Orbit's Sweet Mint Gum. I think that shade is dynamite. all over the lips. It looks like it's gonna be practically black in the tube, but that shears out in the most beautiful, works for anybody kind of way. And again, layer up with different products if you want to. And as that sits, I'm getting that cooling sensation. It's feeling like a buxom lip gloss on my lips right now. Nothing painful, it's soothing, it's nice, it's refreshing. None of the other lip oils that I've tried on are giving what this is in terms of that feel, that experience on the lips. Thickness-wise, I'd say it's kind of like the Milani ones. I felt like Catrice, Elf, and Wet n Wild were a little bit thicker. This is ever so slightly thinner than those. But Beverly Drive, I mean, that is awesome. I love that. And then also these lighter shades I thought were so pretty. And these are the ones where I see them, I think, what do you even expect? These have that lip oil name. They look light. Are they actually gonna show? Well, let me show you. We got this one called It's a Date. It looks like your classic nude gloss, just on bare lips. Focus. Can you see what this is doing? She's not just barely there. She actually is giving you an all over nude evening out of your lip color. I've loved also putting that on top of any number of nude or neutral lip liners. And this pink one is called Baby Panda. I've never looked at the shade name. Okay, Baby Panda. Looking like soft pink. I've worn it, I just haven't looked at the name. You see the milkiness in this, but not streaky at all. That's one thing I really can't get on any of these for. None of them are seeming streaky across my lips. But you see that shade? Like, it's pretty. It's giving me enough to really be content with it, okay? So in a nutshell, how would we just rank these? What's the Cliff Notes version of this topic right now? Elf is kind of on the bottom for me, least impressive. The lip slides, I do really like these. I like the way they look on the lips. I wish ideally they'd be a little bit thicker, but they're still really good. And then maybe we put the Milani family of lip oils here. Again, the original ones that came out, not a ton of color. Then they gave us the ones with the nice little nude creamy infusion. I love those. I love the scent. Like everything else I'm mentioning here is just kind of at the top together. Blackberry, Agave, Lychee, Nectar, those are beautiful shades. The Catrice tinted lip oil that actually does the color changing on your lips I think is fantastic. But right up there at the top for me, we've got the Wet n Wild and we've got the ColourPop. I'm seeing a lot of similarities between these two lines because, like, for example, Wet n Wild has that shade that doesn't really show a lot. ColourPop's also got color like that. Perhaps multiple. I haven't tried the full lines of either of these, but then they've got some that are just so beautifully intense and rich on the lips, and ColourPop's doing the same. The difference would be these are giving you that cooling sensation on your lips, and these aren't giving you any sort of feel at all. But both very enjoyable and definitely a couple of my favorite lines of this type of product that I've tried so far. So thank you all so much for watching. I thought this was going to be a lot quicker video than it turned out to be, but I appreciate your time, and if you have discovered other products that fall into this category, because I feel like they're coming out left and right, let me know in the comments section so we can either include them in a part 2, maybe we can do a high-end version of this video. Just let me know what you want to see, and I will see you all again very soon. I love you. Bye.